Jim Willey has looked into the proposals of the FDIC and he sees a conflict of interest, and I'll let you listen to it for a second.
So Ben has become an archenemy of Tim Geithner. Her plan, she claims, would get the toxic assets off the bank books. And this is where the conflict comes. The Geithner plan, along with the FASB accounting rules changes, actually encourages banks to continue holding their toxic assets. Case in point is the Goldman Sachs report that came out today and the Wells Fargo report that came out yesterday for their earnings, and their description of their balance sheet is a fantasy. It is pure fiction. But that is what the direction is that we're moving. So Geithner is pretty much saying, engage in your fantasy, deal with fiction, let's fool the stockholders, and heck, we're getting a pretty good bank stock sector rally.
You see, and that's, I guess, what is so bad about Geithner and about the whole group of people that are still in the banking system, because they think ultra short term. They think, as long as everybody believes what we're doing, it's okay, and we can make a profit of that. But they're basically doing kind of shadow games, and it's a big charade. And especially when you now get the FDIC that says, we're gonna emit our own bonds, different from the government bonds, and they'll have a very good rating, AAA rating. It just sounds like total nonsense to me, because how can you have in this situation any agency giving out any type of paper of any value, just like that, without any collateral? What are they going to use as collateral? Not the government of the US. It just totally puzzles me. And then you're a citizen and you try to make something out of the fact that you've lost like 60% of your stock value, or a lot of your 401k, and even the insurance company that insured the 401ks is having heavy losses and is not going to pay out your pension. And you have to tolerate some people in Washington and on Wall Street that try to fight it out amongst themselves, because they still hold the chips of all the people that put their money in those stocks, or that put their money in those banks, and they're gonna have a bank rally. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and he said he's a financial expert, and but not a very bright one, I think. And I said, he was defending the dollar. And I said, okay, well, we'll make a deal. I'll have a bucket of silver and you'll have a bucket of dollars, and let's see who's happy after 4 years. And his argument was, as long as it's working, it's working. And as long as it's working, you can make a profit out of it. And you have bank accounts, you have stocks, you shuffle the money around, and by shuffling it around, you make money. And from that money you can still buy real things. So as long as that's working, it's okay. But now, if you find out that there's actually a kind of an adversary atmosphere within the bodies that should regulate and manage the banking system, then I would really try to get out of that whole mess. Just don't, try to not be a part of this anymore, because it's just nonsense to me.